they're not on there.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Okay, let's look at the minutes from April 13th from Maryland. So does everybody have a chance to read them?
Sure.
I make a motion to accept the minutes from April 13th.
In favor? Is that this computer?
Yes.
Hang on. App in the store. Oh.
Okay, so the minutes, is that right?
Yep.
Okay, we've done the minutes. And we've gathered here together.
Oh, there is one typo. Do we care?
Leah.
S and Lisa is missing.
No.
Leah Hart.
Leah.
Oh, no.
She's
New
not
member.
as smart
Nice.
as Lisa Hart.
Well,
I'll
I don't
fix
care.
that.
I don't really care. You can make that one pass.
We're also going to call the Capital Improvement Planning Committee meeting to order just for simplicity, so that both meetings are running concurrently.
It's just gonna make you mad.
You've lost me for the rest of the meeting.
No,
Sorry.
I'm going to take.
No,
Actually,
sorry.
I'm going to
No.
shut the room in about a second.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So we have a number of things to do. Okay. Barbara, since we've wasted 40 minutes of your time already, should we
That's fine.
start?
I don't care how you do it, whatever is easier
Why
for
don't
you.
we
with
start
the
with the budget, because that's where we have to have done our priority today. So there's a list of things we can kind of run through. Barbara has her, I got mine.
I got all my
And,
answers and questions and
The first thing I had down was line 10 insurance. Barbara was going to check that one.
I checked that with Dale. Currently, there's still money left in the account, there's $6,200 in it. However, in talking to him today, he said the new amounts, the increases could be as high as 15%, which is basically what we're dealing with health insurance too. And if he changed that, it would be $126,875.
So you want me to adjust that to 126,875?
He would prefer that.
That's not 15%, though. Over what we paid this year, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just,
Okay, wait.
no, I'm just proving that I'm not totally crazy. Office 16. Click on Office 16 and just have it.
Okay, so this is our last chance to look at the budget, so we could stop looking at
Okay.
laptops that don't work. And everybody's good with those first lines? We're good with,
Could you close that down?
we're gonna vote it right there, I think. We just vote the whole thing. Okay, so we're good with that. So the next section, I don't think we have any questions about. Anybody have any final comments or questions? Okay. Then moving down.
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait a
The
minute.
driver
Council
was
on
increased.
Aging, oh, the 32,260, okay.
And the driver was increased 12%, right?
Yep.
Okay.
The assessors. You have a different number?
Yeah, you changed that.
To the 32,332?
45782.
782. The 32 is okay, it's the other one.
Is that different than yours, Mary?
I just had the regular amount still on here, but I think what we went in the back last week, or last time we were here, and we changed it because the rate or something was different on there, and you were playing with that backup page, and that's what you came to. I just forgot to write it down here on mine.
And we're all okay with that? Okay. Town clerk's office, we're fine. I think.
No questions?
No questions? Okay. Accountant.
Okay, now the only thing that could change here would be the treasurer collector salary. She's in negotiation with the Board of Selectmen with her contract, and what she's asked for is the 2.2% that the librarian and what any staff members are getting. And that figure would...
What's 2.2?
2 plus 2?
2 plus 2, yeah,
Oh.
yeah, 2 plus 2, sorry.
Everybody's going.
So that would change hers to 56,782. If you want to fund it, if you want to leave it, if it 2%. I don't know how that's best to be handled, because right now it's in negotiation with the Board of Selectmen. And hopefully will come out tonight if they do. They've had the contract, they've looked at it.
They're meeting this
They're
evening?
meeting tonight?
Yeah,
I
as
mean,
far
have
as
they
I
already
know.
met, like, so maybe they'll have an answer by the end of the night?
I don't know when they'll have the answer.
Oh.
That's
Should we
between them.
highlight
Are we talking to them?
Yes.
So maybe then it's Sunday. So why don't you just highlight the number and I'll add it to my list of questions. So it's the collectors. Okay.
Everything else okay?
What am I supposed to do for minutes with this? I mean, I don't
Just
have all
we
of that.
reviewed the
We just-
budget.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
And then we'll vote. And,
Everybody's good with the rest of the accountant, tax, treasurer?
and why is what's the red comment at the top? Is that just?
That talks about the.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Selectmen, you're good with that?
Yep,
No questions?
yep. Health, Barbara.
I did talk to Art, I did go over everything, and when I spoke to him today, basically, last year they spent $22,615 in, the salaries section of their expense line. And, this year they're up to 26, but 6,000 of it is for the health agent, and he feels that he hadn't put sufficient money in there for the health agent, and that's why it's, to me, it seems like they might need $1,000 or more. That was the question you had asked me.
Out of the reserve fund? you mean?
Yeah, that was the question you had asked me before to go through and see if there were any budgets that needed
Right.
money, and I gave you this one in the wire.
But so
Inspector.
did he tell you how much he's paid the support staff and versus her, so that we actually know who's?
Yes, I broke it down on here, and the support staff is 20,000, the clerical is 20,000, and the other services, which is the health agents, is in excess of 6,000 currently.
So health services, VNA, that he has,
No,
No.
has nothing to
The
do with
health
the
agent.
oh, the
health agent that goes out and does the inspections and whatnot.
Okay.
And they don't know how many they're gonna do in a given year. It's a guess, like the plumbing and gas expense. And that seems to, in his opinion, that's where he's over what he had originally projected.
Is he, what, 58, 90, 42, is that what that says?
I'll make that a little bigger. is it?
589.
Yeah, professional services, and it's over 6,000 already for this year, so.
It's,
But that also includes, he added extra hours, right? That I thought we had an issue with.
Yeah, he said he had put in 2 extra hours in the, staff.
Four extra.
I think we were leaning toward not funding that part.
Right.
I don't have any breakdown, I
Because
never saw
that adds up to 31 hours, and I thought before it was 27 hours. No. Are they open 17 hours? It was 8
We're
extra
saying,
hours.
yeah.
It was 8 extra hours. They go over and above what they're open. If they're open 17, and you had 27, so 25. So that would be an extra 6 hours.
Yeah, I remember the date in that.
March 14th. They wanted 2 more hours for the office clerk. The office was open for 17 hours a week.
He's got one person at 12 and one person at 5 currently.
And I've got written down he wants 2 more.
Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing, excuse me. I'm sorry.
lot hours.
You said on the 14th?
Yeah, yeah. Administrative assistant, last year 15 hours, and the same next year. Want 2 more hours for the office clerk. Office open 17 hours a week.
Yeah, 2 hours for Monday nights is what they want. I'm
Yeah, but
sorry,
the other,
last year
you
there
said
was
15
19.
hours, right?
Well, they were 15 hours, yeah.
They were
That's the administrative assistant. They
But
want the
he's got it
same.
at 19 here, though.
So, okay, last year there were 19 and 10, and he's changing it to 19 and 12. He's giving the office office clerk 2 more hours.
But this is 15 hours for the admin.
That's right, 2 more for the clerk.
Yeah, 15,921 plus 2% is not equal 19,380. 16,3 something.
Do we know how much she was paid this year?
How much has been expended?
Yeah, but they'd be together, right?
Yeah, so far this year, there's been 20,600 expended, but that's just through last week. This week's payroll is not in there, it doesn't say.
We don't know how many hours he's paying them. I think we only have extra hours.
Well, what did we approve last year?
What is the line, how much is in that line for salary?
There's no, it's
Oh, if you don't know.
spent,
Broken
they've
down by
spent
salary.
30,588 so far from salary for the 2 people, and then the professional one is over $6,000 already, $6,003. The 5898 is already over $6,000 a year, and they still got almost 3 months to go.
Right, so I could see if we're gonna increase the professional services a little bit, but I don't know how to figure out how much salary we approved last year and how much they're asking for this year. I'm trying to look at last year's request, to see if that's.
Well, I've got down here that last year it was, what they told us was 15,921, and they want to add 2%. And for the clerk, 8,237, and they wanted 10,000.
Because they're adding 2 hours.
So 8.2, so if we take what they were paying,
So if you take the 8,237.11 and you give the whatever percent raise they're getting, that's what we give them, that's what we would give them, not the 10,083.
because he's only looking for 2% increase, it's just the hours 1%. It just says 2% raise, it does not say that they're looking for.
No, it just,
In fairness, they may not have known about the 2+2, that was something that was done after
The
the
clerk,
fact.
if this number's,
right.
which
and-
we're assuming is correct,
Yeah, we're assuming.
15,921 last year, if you add 2% to that, it comes out to 16,239.
For the administrative assistant?
Yes.
Administrative assistant was 15 hours last year, it's going back to 15 hours, what is that?
It's 15 hours, and it's going to be the same next
So
year.
they were bumping that to 19, the other
No.
one?
No, they were leaving that alone. They were going to add 2 hours to the clerk.
Okay. But
It
it's
says
up there as
19
19.
hours.
And the salary seems
To reflect
closer
the
to
19.
19, yeah.
What
So
was the
maybe
request last year?
Maybe he was gonna change it, maybe he was changed it and was supposed to get back to us?
Administrator last year 15 hours, proposing 19 hours this year. And then I have changed back to
At
50.
the end of budget, wasn't it?
Did you have the clerks as increasing?
Board of Health.
Office clerk add 2 hours to open, so that they can open Monday nights, and that's how we asked them, you know, how come you can't staff it currently? Because you've got more than enough payroll on the surface anyway. 12 hours a week would be 10,082, which is what you got, didn't you?
It's
Oh, that's
not-
what they have up there.
So last year they tried to put it up to 19. So I think that it didn't get approved at
Didn't
19,
get
it got approved at 15. I think they were gonna put it in at 19, but when
19.
he came in, he said
He said
15.
change it back to 15, right, okay.
But bump the clerk to.
And
What,
15,921,
clerk
yeah,
up
okay,
to
so,
the
so
other.
we have the same notes.
Okay.
So that 16,239 or whatever I gave you would be the, instead of 19,190, that should be the admin, would be 16, whatever I gave you.
I think what was last year's.
16,239.
So what was last year was 13, does that say 13,303, I can't do
It says 15,303.60.
Yep.
on the year behind right here.
Right, so we have to add last year's increase and this year's increase, unless that includes, so we had to add 2% for that, and then 2% more for this year, and then maybe 2% if they're doing the 2 for 2, and
She
then
would, the admin clerk, I think, is at the top, so there wouldn't be a plus two.
there's no plus 2 for.
No, there would
Oh,
not be a
right,
second,
okay.
because she'd be at the top.
So it would be 15,303 plus 2% for last year,
And 2%
and
for
2%
this.
for
I've got
this year.
15,921. Oh,
Yeah,
but-
well, I've got, if you add 2% to 15,303, that comes out to 15,609, and we both have 15,921.
You
But,
add
but yeah,
2%,
that was last year's,
You
and
have
then
to
now
add
we have to do
2%,
for
yeah.
Add
it,
another-
so,
15,921, okay, so that's
So
what,
that, the
15,921
15,921 is the new one.
so is it?
so that's for the administrative assistant,
And then for the office clerk,
office
take
clerk.
8075, are we not doing more hours?
Well,
I mean,
If
the
you're
fact
two
that you
people.
need more hours to cover 2 nights, Monday nights, is lost on me, and he couldn't explain it.
Okay.
But that's not my decision, that's for everybody here.
What if we?
Unless they want that, do they, I'm guessing, may I guess? If maybe they wanna keep the office open Monday night from 6 to 8 like all the other ones, and then maintain their meeting on Tuesday night. Or whatever night they have their meetings.
But they're open Monday night now.
Are they? I don't
No,
know.
they're
No,
not.
They're not open
I don't
Monday
believe
nights?
they
He
are.
said they couldn't open Monday night because they only have 8 extra hours of payroll.
That's what I understood too.
With
but
25 hours a week of employees, I don't get it.
I agree with you.
You just schedule differently.
I think that's the issue. They have people who may not be available when they need them to be available.
Plus, both of them go to some of the meetings sometimes, just grab some and come out. I don't,
Well, what if we take the 8075
Yep.
from 2 years ago, add 2%, and then 2% again for this year, and 2% again for the increase? That will give them a little more money. They can play with how we want it, give her whatever kind of raise they want. She'll get her 2 plus 2 this year, or she'll get more hours.
So
Take
8075
plus
times
2%.
plus
That will
2%
bring
is
us to
82,
last year.
8236.
85,
Plus
69.
2% more for this year,
8401.
plus 2% more
85, 69.
for the merit increase.
8569.
And we're looking, so,
Well, why don't we go around the table? Do we want to give extra hours or not? We're sort of trying to not give extra hours to the department this year.
You
so-
didn't, I thought,
Well, no, I'm just
The old
asking,
one.
we're not the way we're doing it, I want everyone to weigh in. This is our last shot at this.
So the admin works 15 hours and the clerk works 10,
10.
right? Currently?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a SAT question.
Well, it doesn't.
Okay, here's what I think.
It doesn't tell you that the 12
If you want to pick
I would
this.
read this and I would think that the person's already working 12 hours a week and this is just giving them a 2% raise, which it's
That's
not
the
doing
way-
either of those.
This is
the way
what
it
I think.
looks.
I think
Right,
we should
okay.
give
I
2% to
agree.
the administrative assistant, the
I'm
old
looking at
hours,
it.
15 hours. This is just my opinion.
Because that's what he asked.
I think for the office clerk, we should give her 2 plus 2 for whatever. And I think we should bump up professional services to 6,500 from what he requested. 7,000.
okay.
7,000. And then let him split the money up however he wants.
Because it's-
But my concern is that it's all in one number, and then people are gonna be working more. I mean, why are we?
Right. What's to say that extra, that extra 1,000 that we're gonna give for professional service might find its way to one of the other lines and we'll never know.
I don't think it's any of our business.
A year from now,
I
he'll
don't
be
think it's
coming
any of
back
our
saying,
business. I think we need to approve for departments what they want, and I don't think we should be micromanaging their line items. I would like next year to see salary all broken separate, definitely. But
I
if
think
that's
we'll come
salary
into
and
that.
he ends up needing professional services less and wants to give more to his office clerk, I don't think that's for
But
us
he
to
doesn't
say
have
whether
a
he should or
choice.
not.
You're giving him more than he asked for, so that.
Because she's
But
saying he's
I'm
not gonna
saying
have enough
he's
to fund that
already
line.
Maybe this was an
expended
unusual
more
line,
than-
an unusual year.
He's already spent more than that 58.98 through
Well, that's this year.
8.
That's
Through-
this
well,
year.
That's what
Last
he's
year's request.
requested.
Last year's
For her.
request?
I don't know.
and hers is totally dependent on the
a number of inspections, and so we can't judge
So there's
that.
no way to predict it. So I would,
And
I would
that-
rather
that
leave it at what he
50
requests, and if
Yes.
we have to.
40 is
And if
already
they need a
over.
transfer, we'll give them a
Good
transfer.
Right.
Don't give
I
me
have
an
no
answer.
problem.
Alright, so that's 50, so it's 58, 98.
Yeah, give him 6.
Give
Give
him
him 6. So it's 6 plus 8569 plus 15921 is, I didn't add it right. 159, because he would be really happy with that number I just came up with. 8569 plus 6, and I get 34,900. So what do we do?
30,490.
No, 30,000?
30,490.
Well,
Then
just
we,
for
then
the
you gotta add in
salary.
advertising and all that other stuff.
Salary plus 500 plus 800 plus 700 plus 775 plus Nate's already done, he's just being quiet. Plus, and I get 35,285.
What she said.
But how come it's
35,285.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that.
Is everybody,
Yep.
Marilyn, you're right? Okay, let's make it white. and simple. Yay.
So it's 35,
285.
285.
It's Microsoft coming.
No, it's me. Just have it for me, kids.
Okay,
So
Public
why aren't you
Works.
You changed your password.
Did we settle with this last time? We did with Public Works?
Yes.
Yeah.
No questions, nothing? There were a few people that we gave the extra money to.
Yeah, when I did the salaries, I computed it with everything that he, on the public works section, that he would need for the 2+2 for those that aren't there and the other ones that are there. That was
So these numbers were all good? These were
As
the
far
numbers
as
you
I'm
gave us last
concerned.
time? Okay. We're all settled with animal, tree warden.
Let's not go there today.
Moving on from animal.
Everybody knows.
Building department. Any increased wire a little bit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just it's
Because
year over year.
he's way,
Building clerical, 2% increase. Just looking for local wage across the board. Fire chief. Fire department, we're good, right? Nate, anything you need to talk to us about here?
No, because we went with the 2% on the salary versus the 4 that they were requesting. It was like
Police is what it is, right? Veterans, we adjusted last time. Pretty good with veterans.
yeah, we took the 81.99 was what we increased before, and she hadn't put an increase in there, we fixed that, so that's done.
Library.
I wanted to go back to this one more time just because I felt like we sort of did a poll and then we ended up just leaving it alone. So we've gone round and round about this, us recommending a 4% increase in the salary line. So anyone wants to discuss it further or
I think we should leave it at 4%, looks like the town, tax collector may now be getting 4%, 2+2, that's what she's looking for.
But she's looking for it because she knows this one.
Well, plus it's the wage and personnel bylaw.
Well,
approved
that's
2 plus a
different.
2%
That's different.
merit or step, and he's never gotten a merit or a step, so fair is fair that way too.
But that's just my opinion.
Yeah,
You guys
and
vote the way you want.
She's in charge of a department, so I think she should be treated that way.
okay.
Yep.
Good.
elementary, why do we have vote?
I wanted
Well,
to-
because
to
that had the
verify.
two, that
Oh,
had
yeah.
258 in it beforehand, and you changed it down to 225 because it was what they requested, and I understand talking to Christine that Healy, that tonight they are gonna vote it back to the 225.
So we can make
We
it.
can do that. That was the discussion I had. with
Regional.
Christine today.
Any other questions on elementary?
So Barbara, you were going to work with that number with that,
Yep. All right, the regional district originally sent us a letter in December, and I talked to Christine today, and that we were gonna be getting back 167,616.04 as a reduction in our third quarter payment. And of that amount, what did I do with it? Okay. 6796.92 was for principal and interest, and then the other 168.1912 is for just the regular Silver Lake assessment. So the 163,451 should be reduced by that 6796.92. Leave the 92 cents out of there and do it by 6796.
Or 97?
No, because then there won't be enough to juggle it.
6796?
Yeah,
Oh, I see, you're subtracting.
yeah. And that would be the amount, and then there'll be an additional, when I do the end of the year, I'll make the additional journal entry to keep the 6796 in the budget, so when the bill comes in for the total amount, it will be there. However, when we do that, what it also changes is going back
For the revenue.
to the revenue side, it changes what our, and I didn't do it, I didn't have a chance to do it. It changes what this debt exclusion will be.
Up here? This debt exclusion
This-
up here?
Uh,
here?
yeah, that number there will go down by that because we've already raised it in a prior year and we're just
Give me that-
using
can you give me that number again?
6796.
Okay?
Yep.
That's right there, looks good.
Yep.
Do you want to save, do you have a file to save the cents?
No,
Just save it over. That's okay, because there's a copy of it. It's okay. Are you working on
No,
here?
not working on it.
Okay, so
Okay.
why don't you,
Save it to there as under me.
just pull this puppy out, and then, why don't you save it again, and we'll do the minutes, and make sure we don't get confused right now. So it's 425. And then we'll copy on here before we leave. Okay. Okay, so we can make that one white.
Reserve fund, we increased 10, we increased some of these. All these bottom numbers good, Barbara? Interest, principal, debt exclusion?
Yes.
Okay, brings us to a grand total of.
Will you just slide back up so I can get that Silver Lake number? I didn't, 655. Okay, thanks. I just wanted it on here.
Grand total of 9,847,188, which is a 1% increase over last year. Isn't that pretty?
I could possibly, get that off there. I can't change the line. So I guess it's up on the floor amendment. Okay, 38.
Yeah, just the original motion, when you read it, change it in that, and you'll be fine.
Okay,
Okay, that's our article?
yeah. So we had a
Okay.
vote, we had a vote to recommend.
Yeah, we have to vote.
So on
What article number is?
37.
37.
What are we calling it?
It's a bylaw, CIPC bylaw change.
Okay.
Probably two things. by that
favor?
point.
Yep.
by
All
that
right,
point
who,
in
did you
night-
second?
It's been a good town meeting to have the war before the office.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree.
That's a nice idea.
I think it really is.
We must talk about that.
Is
It's
that
too
good?
late
Must
now.
be a bylaw?
Is it too late?
Yeah, I think it has to be bylaw change, doesn't it, or is it up to the town board?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Well, that's something you gotta research and find out.
38 more times.
So we went through the- I think they changed, whether they needed to or not, I think they changed the bylaw.
Mhm.
I think so too, I think they got
40 is that
38 is,
aggregation.
38 is the
School
security system,
39.
what's 39, just in
It's
general?
that damn general stabilization article that Dale will not take off this morning, no matter how many times I ask him to. Remember we used to, at the end of the
Passover.
meeting, we'd say,
Oh.
general stabilization, we already divert money.
I don't know why you won't take it off, let me talk to him. It's
Well, you
in there
can't now,
we
you
can't
can't.
now,
We can
but
pass
need-
over it.
need a month
Well,
for
we
next
pass it
year.
over every year. We used to
Yeah.
pass it over when we didn't have a stabilization account, when we didn't
Well,
save.
we've always had one, we just didn't have a lot of money.
We never
in
had
it.
the money to put in it. No, but I mean, we always passed over this
Yeah.
article anyways.
Yeah.
And 40 is municipal aggregation,
What is it?
municipal aggregation for electrical, it's aggregating electrical load in town for other services. A whole bunch of towns are voting it, I don't know, they're gonna like.
I don't really hear that, I just wanted to know what else was on there until I get a copy of the warrant, so I know what to do.
I have a thing from Tara, that she's found out she's not gonna get reimbursement for the special senatorial elections. The special election, 2 special elections, we had a primary in October and an election in November. Amounts to $4,460. She doesn't have enough funding. I just talked to her really briefly and just said basically we should do a reserve fund transfer and she runs out of money, so we will have to release.
I'll wait till she does that.
So that's there. What did everything we need to? Oh, the warrant. So, let's see. Okay, so I will, when I get the warrant from Dale, I will, put it together in a PDF. Is this revenue thing, the revenue
I think the
page?
revenue thing now is fine.
So we can just take out the yellow column, or take out,
This guy.
yeah, take that column out.
Yeah, they're the same anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we fixed it, we upped the other, I downed the snow and ice thing, yeah. The only thing I still haven't got, an okay on is the overlay reserve from the assessors, but if I have to juggle something else to keep it in the same amount, don't worry about it. I'm okay with
Okay,
that.
so, just, we're gonna change, can you just, before, we don't need estimate 16 and actual 16?
No,
Get
for
rid of
this.
estimate.
Yeah. So we're gonna put 4 years, and I think we usually put 5, but I don't care.
Well,
Oh, we
it's
have
just
more
hidden.
years. Yeah, we have hidden years. I don't think it
Confusion.
accomplishes
Really
anything to put that,
We put this
Well,
goes in the warrant?
You put part of it in the warrant every year. The last 4 or 5 years you do. I mean, next year, who knows what'll happen with the Collins Center one. I may have to do that one. You may want that one instead of this one.
Okay, 13,
Sorry.
14, 15, 16, 17.
so yeah, we put the budget, this is the warrant, we stick the budget in, and we put the
That's
warrant
the
articles,
articles.
and then we
You
do
did the-
project, we do revenue.
What accounts for the big change from last year to this year?
The snow and ice deficit is $80,000 less.
Oh, okay,
There's 80 of it.
okay.
The amount, if you look at the amount of stabilization, that's
Yeah.
down 70,000 right there too.
Okay. Well, why does that go down so much this year?
Well, because of the valuation of the,
It just was this 1 year blip that went
yeah,
up so
it went
much.
up, but this year it's going back down, and those are the figures that I got from the Collins Center from, the
Okay.
spreadsheet that they did with, the assessor's office for the capital and general stabilization parcels. the industrial park, and they said that they tell us that the personal property valuation was gonna decrease a lot, so that probably has a lot to do with that.
He did say that.
Yeah, am I correct, Meryl?
Yeah.
That would drop the total valuation, so therefore it would drop the amount that we had to put in stabilization.
Just before I forget, because you said that and it prompted my memory, the community compact people are meeting here Monday with those of us on that committee and anyone who wants to come, I
Yeah,
guess.
Collins Center
Collins
is
Center.
Monday night at 6 o'clock, I
I
believe.
don't know.
I have
Yeah,
it
but
on my
it's 6?
calendar. I think it's 6.
I thought it was 7.
It's 6,
And
but
I don't
I'll
even know
double
what we're
check.
doing at it.
We're gonna go over the financial forecast and
The
stuff like.
forecast,
Yeah.
not the capital stuff?
I don't know how much
Oh.
they're gonna go over, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
I think Dale ought to send out a memo reminding people, because the original dates were given to us a month or more ago. I just happen to have
Doing it
had
in the middle
an
of
email.
of this budget stuff is nice.
Well, particularly where we put it off to use most of it. Oops.
146, and say 48 for H 146. What's wrong with revenue? Oh, you know what, you deleted the column. Just go back and make that one, I bet it's the column,
Yeah.
a different column. It's not.
Yeah, you had the other column in there, so just that. Okay, good.
Last year under. Do we want to include the under levy in the loan? Yeah, under allowable levy. So anyway, after I put this together, I need a proofreader.
Sure.
Okay. And then I send it to the printer, it comes back. There's a small possibility we might need a team of staplers. Kitchen that, but we're hoping not. And,
Yep.
Do they have that in the town here, do they have an electric stapler?
well,
Yes.
it came this way last year, but we need more staples this year for the post office.
Because it's gonna go out flat like a bound.
And I'm hoping we can get by with 2.
The answer to your question is yes, there is one in the treasurer's office.
An electric stapler?
There's something I had
I
when
have
I
one
gave to
too.
Is
I
it a
know it,
fountain
I-
that would do this?
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
one in my office.
All right, we might need to staple
Let
it
us know.
1,000 watts. Party.
Let me
Then
know.
we will get pizza.
Got a staple? Yeah, we will, we'll get pizza.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to come in, we can
And,
take,
and pack it, do it like at my
and put
house
them
and
in the
be
table and just do it.
Oh,
in the
well,
big
Assembly
room.
line.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, the letter,
Yeah.
the letter. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You don't need me for the
No,
letter.
you don't.
Can I go
No,
home?
Yes, I think it's a good idea.
So,
Thank you.
well, we have a hard copy, that's
Well,
gonna
you
do.
guys know that.
Barbara, thank you for your help.
We just have to make a motion to approve it.
The whole, oh, no, I wanna just talk about it, sorry.
Oh.
Marilyn's gonna kick me, but she can't. So there were a couple of typos in it, Marilyn, I have them at
Oh,
home.
okay.
Thank you.
Is this what Laura repeats?
Yes, it's 9 o'clock, so let's move.
You guys, I'm telling you, the old days.
I know.
Remember the old days?
Spend almost as
Oh, I've
much
been
here
there.
tonight as I did today working.
Okay, so did there was a couple of like editorial things, but in terms of content, do we want to talk about the capital stabilization stuff, or is this a letter about the budget?
What do you mean the capital stabilization? This is just a letter that goes with
Sent
the,
it out to
It's a
the
cover letter that she
proofread?
sends out
that goes
with
with the
the.
warrant that gets mailed.
The only reason that's highlighted is because it says finance committee twice, and I thought one of them should be board of selectmen. The section
Probably.
that I highlighted, okay. It says finance committee, capital improvement committee, and finance
Well,
committee.
we'll comment on it.
So we have
But
to
I
vote.
don't know if we want it in there at all. I don't know if we want to just,
I don't think we should put it
so take that section.
there.
Because it'll come up as discussion and.
Well, I think,
Yeah,
yeah,
it'll come up
and
as
we'll
discussion on
definitely
the floor,
talk
yeah.
about it and have discussion, but I don't know, picking out one article
One
to talk
article. No, I-
about here might be a little.
All right, so it says Lisa, let me change that. I'd love to get it on one page.
You'll get it on
I
one
think you
page.
will now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can
It's a pretty
squeeze
big-
that on.
That's a pretty big chart.
Yeah.
I tried to put that thing in because kids can move in next week and the whole budget gets special ed.
Yeah, I was wondering that, is there a way to really emphasize that we're very fortunate this year? And like you mentioned earlier about the salaries, you know, we're not gonna be able to do 4%.
You did last year.
What did I say?
Just talk about the budget in general and the, you know, what we did and the state of the levy limit and that, you know, that we're, I think that needs to be spoken to. The fact that the
I
only
think the
reason
more
we're
times
able
we
to
can
do this
emphasize
is
it, the better.
because the situation with the schools
Yeah.
and money getting
Okay.
returned.
Should it be stated more clearly here, or is this good enough?
No, that's good enough.
You're not gonna
Nobody
read it
reads
anyway.
it.
You're gonna,
I
you're gonna
know.
have to speak. Yeah, yeah. They'll listen to you when you. I know. They'll listen to you when you speak.
Take this thing out about the 2 stabilization funds.
What's that?
Get back and I'm on to 5 in the morning.
Ooh, good for
You
you.
drove back at 5 in the morning?
No, I'm leaving in the morning.
Oh.
Go to the North
Well, we
Country.
could really that in. We'll
Okay.
talk about.
Can I have this one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right, so we voted the budget. We voted the capital improvement committee doesn't have to vote anything
Right.
else other
We
than
go to
those
the budget,
three.
we go to the warrant articles.
We never voted to recommend the capital articles, but we recommended as the capital, because we didn't do the capital improvement.
Yes. What are you talking about? We were voting.
The capital purpose fund, but the capital improvement planning committee is supposed to recommend which capital, we're not funding some of the capital requests, right, the article.
Because we believe that's not valid request. That's not capital. That's not.
No, but 19, so we voted that.
Yeah, it's just this one, and we feel that's an out of order article.
Yeah, all right, we're good.
Yeah,
So, our next meeting,
Save this.
unless anything untoward happens, our next time we'll see each other is at town meeting. Try to get there a little bit early, like 15 minutes.
So that
Oh, we need to
is
copy that.
the 11th, right?
No, the 18th.
The 18th, so. And so get there at like 5:30?
45, just so it's there, we have a.
What time's the
You
pizza
want
delivery guy
this?
showing?
No.
Yeah, let's
Put
put,
onto here?
let's put the budget on there as a backup. So we'll use this computer and, I'll
Look
make
what we did over here.
one.
It's the 19th? Is it the 19th is the town meeting? Did you say 19th?
Wednesday.
It's a
It's a
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, it's a Wednesday.
Oh.
It's definitely,
the
it's gonna
18th.
go 2 nights, it's gonna,
I have a class on Thursday.
I mean, I don't see how we get to this point in one night. We did last year and.
Okay, is somebody making a motion to
Yep.
Are you
adjourn?
the new chair?
No. I just
Is this the removal?
don't want to forget.
So moved, Gene seconded.
Yeah, removable disc.
This E? No.
What?
This
I
little,
think it is removable.
Yeah, removable disc.
Yeah, removable
Yeah.
disc.
Yep.
that's this little thing here?
Well, click on the arrow and see what shows up underneath.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yep.
Is there a vote to adjourn?
Did you have a second? Marilyn
Yes.
made the motion, Marilyn seconded.
No, I
Marilyn
didn't.
voted.
No, I
I'll
didn't.
seconded, whatever, wherever. the
Just
line is,
close
wherever.
that.
Marilyn's pulling in her driveway right now.
Close this.
That's right, she's
No,
trying
no,
to.
Put the budget there, that's all you need.
And it's on the flash drive.
For my dog is taken to eating the sides of
Flash drive, to make sure.
the edge of the stair, one step.
Oh.
She's cute, huh?
What did she do?
She's
Right
eating
there.
the edge of my chair, the step. I'm going up the
Oh,
stairs.
okay.
You know, she just chewed it off.
You?
I wouldn't be too happy about that.
I'm not happy about that. At all.
We're done?